I will make a very strong introductory statement and, of course, leave the floor for any type of questions or concerns that you might have. Briefly, I would like to cover two topics to update you. First of all, from the point of view of the EU structural funds and the national resilience plans, and let's say all of the progress that we managed collectively with all members of the technical government to achieve over the past few months, and just to share a few highlights from the investments point of view. I think the key message that I would like to deliver is that Bulgaria is open for business. Even though there is a great deal of political uncertainty, there are lots of geopolitical factors and pressures that are affecting all businesses, not only in Bulgaria, but regionally, globally. Bulgaria is open for business. That was one of our top priorities that we set course on August 2nd to instill this level of trust in the system. And we managed to communicate this, in my view, fairly effectively. We organized an unprecedented information campaign, basically managed to visit together with the team all regions of Bulgaria, all 24 regions, and this was the message that we delivered locally to members of small and medium enterprises, to large enterprises, to, let's say, the local authorities. Bulgaria is open for business. We managed to make significant progress from the point of view of the EU structural funds and from the point of view of the National Resilience Plan. On August 2nd, we realized, unfortunately, that very little progress had been made from the point of view of receiving the necessary approvals for the structural funds for Bulgaria for the next programming period up to 2027. Basically, zero programs were made available to the business at that point in time. We tried to, in the most effective way, to accelerate the discussions with Europe, and before year-end 2022, we managed to receive the approval by the European Commission for all 10 programs which are available to Bulgaria. So starting from 0 to 10, starting from 0 resources available to 20 billion in the course of a few months. And I really would like to congratulate all members of the technical government for really putting in the time and effort. We assumed responsibility over the same teams, basically, in the respective governments, but with a very strong sense of commitment and clear priorities, we managed to achieve this very strong result. From the point of view of the Ministry of Innovation and Growth, I think that we were one of the main contributors to this effort. We managed to get approval by the European Commission for two very important programs: competitiveness and innovation, with a total budget of close to 3 billion leva. And we managed to get approval on December 5th for this newly designed program for scientific research. Total budget is 2 billion leva, and it's a highly innovative effort, unprecedented program in the context of the history of management of EU funds in Bulgaria. This program allows for the really effective coordination between the business and the educational institutions, universities, think tanks, R&D centers, etc. This is from the point of view of the structural funds. We are now making available in a very short period of time, over the next few months, not less than 6 different procedures under the umbrella of the structural funds. These will be made available for a total of close to 800 million leva.
Sorry to interrupt you, but here, these 2 billion for innovations, we rely on you, on our partnership, on your lessons learned, on your practice. So when we are saying this is for everybody, because we are all in one boat, we are all European companies, so this money are for everybody.
Yes, absolutely. All businesses registered in Bulgaria. We'll really actively seek your support, especially from the point of view of the scientific research program, which is, as I mentioned, something unprecedented in Bulgaria. So we really need to get very strong feedback from the business community, from universities, to make it efficient and really to be able to achieve all of the ambitious goals set within the program. So from the point of view of the structural funds, we received approval from the Commission, and these funds would continue to be channeled through the system in the next few months through the Ministry of Innovation and Growth. From the point of view of the National Resilience Plan, I think that our ministry is the most active ministry within, let's say, in the country. We really invested lots of time and effort to unlock opportunities under the umbrella of the plan, and we have already successfully closed for application 2 procedures under the plan, one for technological modernization and the second procedure for investments in cybersecurity. We received very strong interest, and we realized that this is a really important financial instrument, and feedback that we're getting from the business community is that they really would continue to rely on our support to unlock opportunities from this perspective. We have very interesting procedures coming up. One procedure is now open for application, basically the subsidized renewable procedure, which would allow any business, not only small and medium enterprises, but also large-scale enterprises, employing up to 3,000 people, to receive subsidies under the plan to invest in their own PV photovoltaic infrastructure, together with batteries for energy storage. This procedure is now open for application since February 14th. I would really rely on your support to disseminate the message. We really want to have an active number of participants. The total budget is 200 million leva, but we will make a very strong effort to increase the level of the budget through the Repower EU initiative, which is now upcoming. And this is the promise that we made to the business. Please do not be afraid to apply. It's a very simple, very efficient procedure. And the budget should not be the restricting kind of factor, because we have the ambition to actually increase this budget in the coming months, depending on the level of interest that we are going to receive over the next 3 months. The procedure is open for application for 3 months. It's an extended period of time. Usually we allow 2 months, but given the very strong interest that we expect from the business community, we have allowed for 1 additional month. There are lots of other procedures which will be made available under the plan in the coming months. Many different focus areas, ranging from a circular economy to investments in industrial zones. Very interesting programs. The total budget of all of the procedures that we are going to introduce to the market in the next 6 months is 1.2 billion level. Really diverse set of procedures, and in my view, we are really active from the communication point of view. On a daily basis, we try to provide information to the business of what is upcoming. We use all channels, social media, to make this a relevant discussion for everybody. From the investments point of view, we feel that we have managed to overcome this negative sentiment stemming from various factors that I highlighted, geopolitical pressures, political pressures, etc. We received very strong letters of interest from global conglomerates, not only from our, let's say, usual trading partners in the EU, but also from Turkey, from Asia. So again, I feel that the message that we have delivered has been well received by the global investment community. Of course, German and French businesses are our top priority. You're one of the most active investors in the country. I've prepared just a few numbers to highlight the level of involvement, but the numbers are really impressive. In Germany, we've marked recently the 30th anniversary of our very strong economic ties. I see that the trade volume has reached really unprecedented record high levels, 11 billion euros for the preliminary numbers of 2022. We see that there are 4,000 businesses in Bulgaria with German shareholding active in the country. 4,000 businesses with German shareholding, which can be credited with the creation of more than 60,000 jobs. So again, really impressive numbers. Obviously, Germany is one of our top trading partners. We have tried to support German businesses using all of the instruments at our disposal. I'm also the caretaker of the Invest Bulgaria agency, and I see that they've been kept very busy over the past few years, having licensed 52 priority projects with the German sponsors. So again, this is very strong evidence that the relationship starts from a very good foundation, but also basically the numbers are growing, and this gives us the potential to increase the level of activity. France, equally impressive numbers, one of the key trading partners within the EU. Looking forward. Yes. We still have some business to do to catch up, but the numbers are, let's say, still impressive. I see that the trade volume has peaked at 2 billion euros. I see that we have managed to certify 8 different projects through the Invest Bulgaria agency, and let's say that from the FDI point of view, France is one of the leaders. Even though, let's say, the trade volume activity is obviously lower than Germany, let's not make this a kind of a competition. The numbers are still very impressive from many different points of view. But the level of FDI from French origin is 1 billion euros, which in my view is a really impressive figure. So this concludes kind of my speech, and I'm really open for any type of questions, clarifications on any topic that you might find.